podcast where we break down the Planet of the Apes movies 1 minute at a time. I'm your host, Todd, and on the other end of this line is my friend Sean.
Hey.
So, as we ramp down the music and step into the episode, this is minute 24 through 25. It's another exciting minute where we have a camera panning to the right, kind of losing the vision of our milkweed, and then it ends with the camera tilting down a desert rock face.
And as of this point, we're still at 3 living humans, 1 dead human, 1 uprooted plant, and no apes.
An uprooted plant, that poor plant. Let's take a moment of silence to remember the plant.
Let's all get down on our knees, put our hands together, lift it up.
Let's thrust to our knees, yes.
At this point, I'm starting to think that Peter Jackson was influenced by this to make Lord of the Rings, because all these motherfuckers are doing is walking. There better be a volcano at the end of this that they throw that damn plant into.
Oh,
well, at least
God,
that's where Dodge will go. Remember, Dodge would walk into a volcano, so he could have the plant and go.
It's one plant to unify them all, or whatever. Is that kind of the saying?
A plant to bind them.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the word was there. But this is another minute where it really... We're showing the filmmaking techniques of the 60s where we get tons and tons of shots of rock vistas of the astronauts climbing, and I am not complaining about that. But when you're breaking these things down 1 minute at a time, oh dear Lord.
Oh man. Ooh, yeah. You can watch it over and over again, and it does feel like you're watching Lord of the Rings.
I kept looking. I kept thinking, okay, what am I going to find? And the only thing that stood out to me, the only thing, and besides a couple of production notes that I am going to get into in this, but the only thing that stood out to me is there's a moment where the Star Wars nerd in me thought, oh, Mos Eisley spaceports, you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
They do like climbing to the top of every hill that they can find so that they can climb back down again.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they're just standing on those 3 of them standing on the ridge. Yeah, I could see that too.
Well, you know, so the funny thing is in the minutes previous to this, like especially after they knew that if you found one plant, there's another, and let's find them. You know, they set off in no particular direction. They just started walking. Now they go and they, like you said, they go and they look over these vistas. Are they trying to figure out which way they're going all of a sudden? Because I couldn't figure out what they were doing.
I don't know either. At one point, I thought like Dodge had actually just left them behind, but at the 23:48 mark, you can see Taylor and Landon climbing in, and Dodge is all the way fucking as far away as he can on the right from them. I mean, he is a good 300, 400 yards away from him.
I didn't even notice that, but...
Yeah, I literally thought, I was going, where's Dodge? And then I looked over, and he is a speck on the horizon. I mean, he really got to hate Taylor.
I think that's pretty easy. I don't think that that's a stretch for anybody to hate Taylor, and especially then to look at Dodge and at Landon and think, you know, I don't like this ass either. So
that fake beard's creeping me out.
You know, I don't know what else can be said about the minute except this is an entire 60 seconds of shots of rocky terrain, 3 guys walking along. The only thing that stands out... Go ahead.
That's it.
Well, the only thing that stands out is Jerry Goldsmith's score.
Yeah.
Which here, because I don't want to shortchange anybody to the extent that we say, hey, come listen to our daily podcast. And here's 2 minutes for the day. So you're going to get a little bit of production notes. What he tried for, according to his notes with production, was to isolate the strings that were answered by percussive scrapes. He wanted that feeling of a call and answer in this, and if you listen, they'll have the music da-da-da, and it does that over and over.
I hear that, yeah.
The tinkering xylophones were a way to introduce uncertainty. They were meant to be the calls of the astronauts thinking, which then I went on to read, there was one scholar who broke down film scores, and he brings up in there that obviously to him, Jerry Goldsmith was influenced by Stravinsky and Bartók in this. I studied music for years. I could hear the Stravinsky elements. The other, I was like, whatever. But you know, it's the same as like with John Williams. There are a lot of people that will put down these film composers and say they're just derivative of somebody else. That John Williams in Star Wars is doing Wagner, whatever they use to evoke it. Goldsmith's score at this point is all that's keeping me invested.
Stravinsky, isn't he the guy that made Babylon 5?
Oh, somehow I actually knew that you were going to do that. So, for anyone listening, going forward, never be surprised if Sean brings everything back to Babylon 5.
Oh, I can make everything go back to Babylon 5. Just give me a chance.
The six degrees of Kevin Bacon is nothing on Sean's ability to link everything to Babylon 5.
I will find a way to link Planet of the Apes to Babylon 5. Give me a chance.
But did Planet of the Apes have basically no floors on the spaceships and look like floating sets?
You go to hell.
The only other thing about Goldsmith, he went on to score 7 of Schaffner's films, including Papillon and Patton, which Patton is a very different type of score. So the guy, we've already established he can write tons of different stuff. But I found that interesting. I love it when people in production work together again and again, Spielberg and Williams and those kind of things. So apparently Schaffner and Mr. Goldsmith enjoyed each other. That's about all I got.
Yeah, these are just some walking motherfuckers.
I'm trying to think. Anything else? Anything else? Can we strive for anything? There's no bitchiness. There's no nothing.
No, because nobody's talking to each other. I mean, they're just walking. They're just doing a little Cristopher walking.
Very nice, very nice. All right, well, I guess that about does it for another minute of the Minute of the Apes podcast. As always, go check us out on our website at minuteoftheapes.com, where you can find links to all of our social media as well as our email. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know anything. Just let us know from you. So I'm your host, Todd. Sean, say bye.
Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow.